one thing about this family, we all know who everybody is, and we know whose word, that you can take with a grain of salt, or whose word that you can actually take. So, sure, Lord knows how many men we have had when it comes to Mellie. If I would have been with all the men that she said I've been with, I would be a walking STD. I'm dead ass serious. I'd be a walking fucking STD. Hey guys, welcome back to the Gossipin' Gypsy Sisters. I'm Kayla.
And I'm Annie. You may know us from TLC show Gypsy Sisters. We're here with our new show where we break down all things gypsy.
From the culture to the fashion to our everyday lives, each week we will be updating you guys on our very own personal lives as well as watching the show for the very first time right here with you guys.
So if this is your first time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more gypsy content.
So, Annie, before we jump into today's episode, let's go ahead and talk about what's been going on in our lives. What's been going on with you, Annie?
Really nothing new. I've been doing my TikTok, and I think that's about it.
How's that been going? I know you've been very discouraged up to this point, but I've been hearing you lately. I normally don't hear you from over here. I'm starting to hear you, so I'm assuming something's going right.
Because I'm a late night battler sister. And yes, it's going better than what it was. It could do a little better, but it's okay. I'm getting there.
Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfection, and that's why I've been telling you all along. You got to stick with it. Hold in there. The bad times aren't around forever. Believe me, they do get better. And like I said, I've been hearing it get better without you telling me anything. Um, how about you and Yui? What's the stats on y'all?
Still friends.
Friends. Well, I mean, I know y'all filed for a divorce and all, but I mean, to the people out there that does not know that Benny and I, we were we got remarried because we done what you done. Like, I mean, I I don't know how you feel. I feel like you and you're always gonna be back together, but me and Benny divorced once and come right back together 8 months later and remarried again. So just because you're filing for a divorce doesn't mean that everything's really done. I don't think it'll ever be done with you guys. Um,
We get along really good as friends.
well, hey, they say the best of friends make the best of relationships, so maybe y'all done it backwards. Coming together as friends and then coming together with the relationship probably is what it's gonna be. I mean, I hear it in your voice. Y'all are like best friends.
No, I ain't saying we get along. I'm saying we can be around each other and be cordial.
Hmm. That must seem weird, but anyways, what about the girls? What's going on with Nettie, Lacey?
Not a thing. It's the weather's been cold, so we've been at home. They've been playing on their little phones, doing what they do, and I've been doing my TikTok.
What about Michaela? I've been meaning to ask you about her. How's Michaela been?
She's in love, madly in love.
I was thinking about her the other day and thinking, I bet you she's gonna be the next one to give you a new grandbaby. Speaking of grandbaby, how's you told me Crystal's pregnancy was a lot different this time. How's she feeling now?
I guess still the same. She ain't been feeling all that great. She's having more morning sickness with this one.
Well, every pregnancy is different. Um, Lexi and Ryan, they're still separated. I don't think they're gonna be getting back together. But I do hope for the sake of Madeline that they can do what me and her fathers had to do, and that's been very cordial for the sake of the kids. I mean, when people split, it doesn't mean that you have to be mean. You have to know how to co-parent through it all. So, yeah, Lexi and Ryan still separated. George and Bella, they're on and off, on and off. I don't know what to think about George. Although I do love Bella, and if I could pick for George, it would be Bella.
Yeah, I love Bella
I
too.
love Bella. So I hope that for the sake of Bella and George, that they find their medium place and work on it because I think They make the best couple.
Yeah, I love Bella. She just was here for the weekend and I enjoyed her.
Yeah, man, it was really, really nice of her to come down. She drove so far down to visit with all of us, as well as who was all here? We had a big weekend this past weekend.
Joanne came to see me. Me and her done a TikTok at Dollywood.
Y'all's forever doing
Girl, but
TikToks.
we done a trendy one and it's done got like over 50,000 views right now.
Cool. You're trying to say the new trend is you and Joanne?
No, it ain't that. I'm saying when she comes around, she knows how to get like she makes me do the trending sounds with her, and she posted the one on my TikTok, one on hers, and the one on mine's got over 50,000 views.
That's crazy. That could have a little bit to do with why your TikTok is doing well.
Kayla, this was just a few days ago. My TikTok's been doing well for like over a week. I'm getting there.
Well, let's see what else. So we have had a very eventful weekend. Everyone, Halloween is in the neck of the woods. I don't know if you got to watch my TikTok, but I dressed up as Chucky. And my live stream absolutely loved it. I loved it. Have you dressed up for your TikTok fans and friends?
No,
Oh, you're boring. My team loves to play dress up. They if I could dress up for them every day, it would be Halloween all year round here. But let's see. Oh, and I didn't tell you, I went back to Joe's Crab Shack and ate a whole nother pound of crabs all by myself.
this girl.
Went later that night to Dick's and got another pound of crabs all in the same day.
She's feeling crabby.
I was definitely feeling very, very crabby. I cannot believe all this time that I did not like crabs. I didn't know what the hell I was missing. I would give anything for you to give them a try.
No, no, I'll
You,
pass.
you sound like me, Annie.
No,
I don't think no one but Jesus himself could have changed my mind.
no, thank you. I'll pass.
My thing is, it's the meat is so clean. Like, if I had to live on crab, I think I could do it. You could take all the rest of the meat away. I could literally live on crabs alone. So that being said, I'm a happy camper. I have new things that I can eat, more ways to have fun, and different places I can do dinner now.
Not me.
And Benny loves it. So it's like, oh, yeah, this is just like great all the way around.
Win win.
Win win. What about those shots we took this weekend at Margaritaville? The lemon drop shots. Was that this weekend?
Hell, I ain't been to Margaritaville this weekend.
What did we did? You didn't go? Oh, it wasn't at Margaritaville, it was at Dick's Resort. I've been to Dick's twice in the past few days. When Yoy went in there and got crabs.
I had one. Yeah, I had a one shot, and I think I came home and laid down.
We all only had one shot, but I'm just saying they were good.
They had Halloween out there for trick or treating for all the little kids. We went out there for a few minutes. I don't think we were out there too long. Walked around and left. I went home and laid down. I think. Did I? Yes, I did. I went live and went to bed.
Yeah, we all came back a little while after
The
too.
weather's had me down.
It's been cold and rainy, but we still didn't let that put a damper on our parade. We got back. All the boys got Halloween masks. They got on the golf carts and put their mask on and rode all around this campground. We didn't get much footage of that because it was so funny that anyone forgot to pick up the phone. But when I woke up the next morning and seen Annie's golf cart, there was a mask and it's still I will show
I
that.
don't even know where my golf cart is.
It's over here. Someone brought it over here. Halloween night, left it with the mask on it. There's a mask hanging from the driver's side mirror.
That's funny.
It was screaming party mobile. But yeah, we had a very, very nice weekend with Bella coming in town, Halloween being here,
I met up with
dressing up.
Joanne. I went to Dollywood with her. I did not take any pictures, but I did do a TikTok with her there, and I had fun.
You didn't take pictures at Dollywood?
No, I didn't ride nothing. It was a spirit of a moment thing, and no, I didn't.
Well, George and Bella went to Dollywood too, and I know they left early because he said the rides made him something made him sick. I don't
Nettie got sick there too. She didn't feel good, so she left way before we left. I rode back with Joanne and Terry.
Yeah, they come back. He didn't feel well, but later that night, they all went to a haunted house, but which I didn't find out about that until after they were already on the way there. I don't know why they went there. The freaking Allen was getting down for Halloween. So, like, I said to him next day, why would you go to a haunted house when the Allen was doing everything imaginable for Halloween? Sometimes the kids just don't make no sense to me, but yeah,
Kids will be kids. Your phone's ringing.
and they will. I was really surprised this weekend, that not only was it Halloween, Richie is very laid back. Him and Savannah, they don't really. Savannah gets out definitely a lot more than Richie. Richie's more of a
Homebody.
if he's not working, he wants to be home with the kids. And when he's home, whatever she needs to do that like she can't do out throughout the week, he'll just let her go do whatever she needs to do. But it was nice that they got out and, hung around family for the weekend for a change. I was very, very glad that they came out and hung out with us. Um, and it's sad that Halloween's over, but guess what? I don't know about you, but I'm ready for these turkeys. We are deep frying 2 this year.
And Anthony and Laura and Gus, and we'll have a lot of people here for that.
Well, make sure that you pick up your phone, and get some photos, memories.
Well, how about you do the same, sister?
Oh, I always do. I have pictures from this weekend
Not
from
I.
things that we done. I
I
got
have
pictures
a
printed.
trending viral TikTok right now on mine. So that's all I need, honey.
Trindle and sister, I'm just next holiday, guys.
I mean,
is
I got
Thanksgiving.
photos of Joanne by herself in the stuff, but not me. I didn't take none.
You know what, guys? You know what's terrible for me? I am always the picture taker. I am always the one taking pictures of everybody, but I'm never in none because I'm always the one taking them, and nobody around me believes in picking up the phone and taking pictures as a group. So I'm always left out. There's rarely ever a picture I'm in because I'm the only person that takes
I
pictures.
barely even take pictures anymore.
But I make sure I get pictures of all of my family. My family don't do that back in return with me. I'm being dead honest about that. No one takes pictures of me, but I make sure everyone has loads upon loads upon loads if they need them. Plus, just to have them. But for Thanksgiving, I'm going to bust it down. I'm going to make sure to give loads of photos because all of our family, this is going to be 1 year, and I don't know how many that our whole family just about is going to be together for Thanksgiving. The only one that might not be here is Lexi.
Is Danielle and George and Sissy and them coming?
Danielle and George might come. Sissy, if there's any way possible, she's busting the doors down.
I don't think my kids are going to be here. Not just only whoever's here. And then
Well, I have
Anthony
all
and
mine
Gus and
here.
Laura. I don't even know if mom's coming, but we are going to have a lot of people here.
Well, should we go ahead and dive into today's episode?
Yeah.
Today we are discussing season 3, episode 4 of TLC's Gypsy Sisters, The Little Gypsy Prince Turns 1.
I feel like you and Richard just got too much love just to throw it away.
I know Nettie's right and I should just call Richard, but it's not just that easy. Either this past 3 or 4 weeks is going to repair us for good or it's going to divorce us.
Where does the street go?
I am hosting this party for Mellie and Dallas, and there better not be any drama.
I took your advice the other day. You told me to call Richard and we agreed to meet. I'm really, really scared.
In this episode, we celebrate baby Richard's first birthday. Kayla contemplates her relationship with Richard, and Nettie and her daughter hash it out.
Somebody's always hashing something out.
Damn, it's always something.
I'm serious. Like each week that we meet for this podcast, it's really good that we've come to do this because prior to this podcast, I don't think I would have ever realized just how many things is always contemplating on this or contemplating on that or hashing this or hashing that.
I think it's crazy how, yet again, Mellie's always causing something because you and Richard had stuff going on in this episode, and she didn't help it by saying that me and you had men in New Orleans.
Annie, Mellie's always saying somebody's with somebody or someone's doing this or someone's doing that. And one thing about this family, we all know who everybody is and we know whose word, that you can take with a grain of salt or whose word that you can actually take. So sure, Lord knows how many men we have had as, when it comes to Mellie. If I would have been with all the men that she said I've been with, I would be a walking STD. I'm dead ass serious. I'd be a walking fucking STD.
I got a question. We went to go eat crawfish. They put it on newspaper on the table. Furthermore, none of us like freaking seafood like that. Why?
Annie, jokes on you. It was to literally get the reactions that we got out of doing what we done. That was cute. I thought it would be fun to pull a trick.
Was it cute?
And let me tell you about the paper on the table. Listen, clearly you don't know anything about
I
seafood.
do know they're supposed to put paper down when you eat the seafood, but no.
They put down paper and buckets so that you can use the paper in the buckets because it's a messy. Have you ever ate something and it was so good and you just start smacking your fingers, your lips? If I would have only knew then, like I know now about the crab legs, I probably would have given the crawfish a try, but
Ugh.
I probably would have.
No.
Who's to say what I would or wouldn't do? But yes, I chose to go do crawfish because for one, we were in New Orleans and that's where crawfish is the most famous, they say. But guess what? It didn't all go to waste. The producers ate everything we didn't. I think, hey, I take it back. We ate around the crawfish, the corn and the potatoes. And
I didn't eat none of that shit.
I did. It was good. It was really good.
We'll go.
What are we doing? Okay, I'm backing up.
This is how we do it in New
How to do
Orleans.
it.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I wonder what the viewers were thinking when they seen us all get up and leave the table immediately when they dumped that bucket of crawfish out. Y'all probably thought we were crazier than hell. We was. We didn't know what we was missing. I know now.
Well, let's talk about Mellie going to get a tattoo because she missed baby Richard.
Why are you getting this tattoo?
Because he was my first son, and I had to go on a trip away from him for a week, and I missed him. So the next time I leave, he's always gonna be with me.
That's awesome.
I chose his footprints because it was something from when he was a baby.
All right, Don. I need you to stay as still as possible.
Can't do it. I'm the worst person to sit there with a tattoo.
If I'm strong enough to have baby Richard's big head to come out of my then I'm strong enough to have his footprints done on my back.
Yes, Mellie is missing baby Richie. She's going to go get another tattoo. Let's just chalk it up to this. She loves tattoos.
Her third one on the show.
It was her third one on the show. Clearly, she loves tattoos, and she used missing baby Richard as an excuse to go get tatted up, baby.
Well,
that's very typical of her.
Well, she got it for the kid, but depending on what size of tattoo and what it was, then I think I'd get one for my kids too.
I mean, of all the tattoos, I do have a guilty conscience because I have like 4 or 5 myself. And of all my tattoos, I don't have my kids on me. And I randomly from time to time think about that. Like, I have all these tattoos, but none of my kids.
Well, Diamond's your main squeeze, so I'm surprised you ain't got her.
If something happens to her, I'm sure I'll have a paw print tatted on me. But as for my kids, it's been laying on me, and I'm not gonna say that I won't one day. I still might. Never know about me. I mean, I don't necessarily love tattoos, but that would be one that I would do if I was going to do a tattoo. So
yeah, I would do one of my kids without a doubt. I just don't know big massive one.
Let's talk about Nettie doing Joanne's hair. Would you just say it's like the motherly role of Nettie to...
Well, I know there's been times that Nettie's done my hair on the show when we were filming. I've let her dress me and do my hair.
Well, I mean, I don't, as far as doing hair, I do my own. I really don't want, I rarely ever let anyone do anything to my hair. I know I've done yours a lot myself. It feels good to have somebody do your hair, but I'm so used to doing my own hair that I don't think I'm just used to doing my own hair. For me, for my hair care, I wash my hair once every 2 to 3 days. I do not use conditioner. I have noticed a major change in my hair by getting rid of conditioner. over the years added a routine to my hair care regimen, and it's one of the best things I've ever done. I will not switch up. I have noticed a major amount of hair growth. I'm seeing hair come in all over, and that was simply by me adding
Blue Magic?
no, the Blue Magic may have something to do with it, but I've been using hair detoxification, if that makes any sense to you guys. It probably sounds crazier than hell. Like people's probably thinking, "Oh, Kayla, you've never done that to your hair." No, I haven't. I've just recently discovered this like 3 months ago, and just in 3 months' time, basically what I do is I wash my hair and then I turn around and wash it with it's like a sea salt scrub, but it removes all the debris and dirt from your scalp, and it allows your hair to breathe, grow, and it's just so lightweight, airy feeling. Oh, I love it. I use Frenchie from Target. If anyone wants to know, that's what that is. Very good.
What's the name of my shampoo? I just give like $70 for it the other day.
I feel like the more you pay in products, the worse off your hair is going to be.
No, they used it when they done my hair the other day when I got my hair done.
Is it the one that started with the E
No,
at Ulta?
I'm having a major brain fart right now.
Yeah, Annie's not with it today. Annie checked out before she even checked in.
No, I just don't feel good today. I don't know the name of my hair shampoo. This is a little ridiculous on my part, but I really like it. They used it on my hair the other day, and Nettie uses it for her hair all the time. Um, can't think of the name.
Well, seeing as how you can't think of the name of that, and I just sit and went through my hair care regimen, let's talk about Nettie and Yui. She says how close they are in this episode. And by the way, they are still together and they are really close. So that was a true statement.
Very true statement. They've been together for years now.
So, what do you think about when Nettie speaks up and says she would be a great marriage counselor because she's been married 3 times?
Well, red flag. Definitely.
That's what I was just thinking.
I don't know.
It didn't work out the first time.
Didn't
Didn't work out
the
the second time. Somehow you managed to get
Third
the
time was your charm?
Yep, third time was a charm. I Nettie does give great advice. I'm going to give her that. But here's what it's called. You have to live and you have to learn. We have all been there. You learn from your own mistakes. So I would say she has wiser tales to maybe tell a younger person, considering the things that she's been through, because I personally myself know some things that I've been through. And being I've been there, done that, I know what not to do moving forward. And I know a little bit more as far as how to hold a strong relationship.
I mean, she gives great advice sometimes. She'd give me advice before. I'd be lying to say that she ain't. Nettie's given me advice. She's given me advice on the show. So, but at the end of the day, I mean, whoever wants to take their advice from her, I guess take it at your own risk. Can we talk about you getting a call from Nettie? You talk about how you're staying in a hotel room.
Yes, I was at a hotel room because this is the episode where stuff gets like really, really rocky with me and my kid's father. So, yes, I was just letting her know I'm at a hotel. Why did I choose to go to a hotel? Sometimes it's better to put yourself in a corner with absolutely no distractions so that you can really, really apply your mind with your heart.
I just got back from New Orleans and I'm just focused on myself right now.
How are you and Richard getting along?
Well, I still haven't talked to Richard and I'm not exactly for sure where we stand right this minute. And I've been trying to keep my mind occupied.
So basically, I felt like I was putting myself in timeout to really, really think things through. She didn't know I was at a hotel, so I had to let her know, we were filming. I want to talk about Mellie and Nettie's daughter having lunch together. Mellie seemed like she was so mad at Nettie.
When ain't she?
As I'm saying that, that's what I was thinking too. It's like if she's not on the floor, dying laughing, guts coming out. She's screaming to the pits of wherever to the bottomless pit.
Well, her and Dallas talk about having a joint birthday party for their kids, and Mellie says it's a gypsy tradition. And that ain't necessarily a gypsy tradition.
I mean,
People have kids' birthday parties together. That ain't just a gypsy tradition.
that's a anybody thing. If you're friends or have family and your kids are close in age, and it's both girls or both boys, and they're close, why not? No, it's not a gypsy thing. Absolutely not. It's a however you want to have your kid a party with the cousins or not.
I don't do that with my kids because none of them's close in birthdays like that.
I've never done my kids and their cousins' parties together, but Sissy and her dad, we have done their birthdays several times together because their birthdays were so close.
Well, after that, Mellie goes to a pawn shop to sell the ring that Robbie gave her to pay for baby Richard's birthday.
Why are you selling your ring?
Because my kid's father is a bum.
Oh, man.
And he can't help me out with his kid, so I gotta sell his rubber band to help me out.
Okay.
I have no problem telling a complete stranger what kind of father Robbie is, because if he was any kind of father at all, then I wouldn't have to be doing the I'm doing now.
Did you see the outfit that she got in with the little boxing gloves on it?
It was really, really pretty.
I
She
loved
did
it.
pick out a pretty one.
I ain't gonna lie, I loved it.
But imagine going to go pawn the ring. I thought at the time she was doing it just to get attention from Robbie, maybe hoping that Robbie would give her the money. But forget that. She's in there telling the pawn shop owner her whole entire life story.
And her business, yeah, I already know. But Mellie's Mellie. So do you not expect that out of her?
And with Nettie, being able to give such great advice, and wanting to possibly be a wedding counselor, the first thing what do I always tell you, Annie? Do not tell your business to no one. No matter what you're doing, don't volunteer your business out. Keep it, the more private you are, the better your life will be. You don't go telling and blabbering out your business, especially to strangers. And I know that Mellie acted all surprised that Robbie bought her a real diamond ring, but let's get real. Robbie, he truly is a gentleman.
Yeah, he was good to Mellie.
He was very good to Mellie. Mellie was so mean to him, though. She was so
Off cameras and on camera.
to Robbie. I knew that wouldn't last but so long because Robbie was a good person inside and out. And when Robbie bought that ring for Mellie, I think that was his way of saying, hey, hello, let's get it together. I really do love you. I really do want you. The ring, I feel like, pushed her further out the door. What do you think?
It probably scared her.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And I think she does, like somewhere down the line, as we continue watching, I'm pretty sure she does mention that she was scared to get married. When he mentioned getting married, she was like, oh no, it frightened her.
Today's my 3rd year anniversary with Josh, so he's taking me out to dinner to celebrate.
It's been 3 long years.
3 crazy years.
Yeah.
How much longer do you think we're gonna make it?
I hope forever.
Me too.
What was going through your mind at that time, especially seeing it after all these years?
Well, it was our anniversary. He was telling me about he wanted to take me camping with no phone. Me going camping with no phone? I can't live without my phone. But we had a little sit down dinner and it went well, and at the time I guess we was trying
To do the mature thing?
do the mature thing.
Well, as you were sitting there talking out and we're trying to hash that out, do you remember calling my kid's father a jackass?
I did at the time. I did think he was a jackass, but I've always looked at Richard like a brother, so either way, I was just picking. And I had never been camping before this. Before I done this camping deal that he wanted to take me to do with no phone. Can you imagine going camping with no phone?
First of all, when you have children, there is no such thing as saying you can take off on a regular work day with no phone because you never know what.
Girl, I'll sneak on my phone at a job.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, honestly, I could not survive without my phone, periodly. And you know what? I don't even think Benny would ask me to go on a vacation and leave my phone. He has kids. I have kids. We have kids. We have a lot of grandkids. We have a big family.
I think the longest I've ever been without my phone is if I've had to go to court or something, I've had to leave it in a car. I don't go without my phone.
Yeah, and having to leave it in the car at a courthouse is bad enough because you're in there clearly because it's very important. But the whole time I've been in the courthouse, knowing that my phone's been in the car, I tremble until I get back out there to make sure nothing's going on. But with that being said, let's talk about the bounce house with Nettie, Mellie, and Joanne.
What you been up to? Planning Richie's birthday party. Well, don't you think that we too need to be involved with that? Oh, well, yeah, that's why I came to y'all today. Y'all's taking over.
What do you want to do?
I wanted animals.
Animals. What kind of animals?
Horses, pigs,
Horses, pigs,
and cows.
and cows. And where's this going to be at?
Your backyard.
Oh my God, horses, pigs, and cows. Obviously, I am going to help be the one to throw the party. So it's going to be at my house, and I'm going to be the one that has to clean up after everybody.
Well, Mellie wants to have a full-blown petting zoo at Nettie's house. And she asked Nettie and Joanne to take over and plan the party.
She wanted to have this party and do all this, but yet let Mellie, wants them to take it over and make that zoo.
Because she knew that Nettie and Joanne could make it happen. She said Robbie wouldn't help contribute. She had to sell the ring, and she wanted to go all out for the baby's birthday. But he was so little, I don't even know why she did it.
He probably doesn't even remember that birthday. He was absolutely too small. But on the flip side, kids do like animals. I enjoyed the horse. I rode the horse all around the backyard. I mean, it did feel like a damn petting zoo back there. I'm not even going to lie. And then he had the most perfect little spot for it.
I guess, yeah, but still, there was like a whole zoo when we got there.
For my kids, like one of the wildest birthday parties I personally threw
Danielle's.
was Danielle's 14th birthday party when she jumped out the box. That was one of the wildest out of my bunch. They have all had amazing parties, but that one was a little extra.
I don't know if I've thrown any extra wild parties. I can't say that I have.
Well, then Nettie and I go to lunch together. Doesn't it always seem like one of us is always at a lunch?
Well, at the
or
time, it
table?
seemed like y'all's relationship was good. So was it?
And at that present time that we're in right now, in this very episode that we're talking about, yes, our relationship was probably at its all-time best, probably better than it had been in a very long time.
I feel like you and Richard just got too much love, too much life together just to throw it away.
I know Nettie's right, and I should just call Richard, but it's not just that easy. Either this past 3 or 4 weeks is going to repair us for good, or it's going to divorce us.
And you was talking to her about your concerns with your relationship with Richard.
Yeah, because at the time, me and Nettie were, we were working our way back into really, really just trying to be tight.
And you wanted to open up to her.
And I needed somebody to talk to. And I felt like I could talk to Nettie, which I did. And I also knew that Nettie would have some mature advice for me to an extent. And yes, friend to friend, not family to family. This was like heart to heart. I wanted to talk to her.
Well, at the time that all this was going on with you and him, you talked to him in the motel room, and I remember the phone call, you talking to him and stuff, and I'm guessing at that time you were in hopes that maybe y'all would work things out.
Yeah, I mean, I really didn't know if things was going to work out or if they weren't. I kind of left my faith. I left it in God's hands because I feel like I have a very good intuition about things, and I know that God makes no mistakes at what he does in my life, speaking for myself. And sometimes you can't just worry about things. Sometimes you have to just let life happen and see where it takes you. And as the years or as the days and the weeks and the months was going by, once we made that initial split, I knew in my heart that was going to be it. That he would eventually move on as I would.
And the good thing is y'all's cordial now for your kids.
We've been cordial from day one. That's one thing I could and I'm very happy about that because people's not happy about breakups. But when you have children, George was my youngest and he was 7 at the time. It shows the kids too as they get older and become moms and dads. It's good. It's just something good to pass down to your kids and let your kids see, hey, we don't have to be angry with this person because you're not together no more. When you got kids, you have to be an adult about the situation. I don't care how many times you remarry.
Well, let's talk about Mellie and Joanne opening baby Richard's outfit.
This is the perfect outfit for your first birthday.
Baby Richard looks like the fighter that I want him to be in his outfit. He could not look no more handsome in any other thing.
Even though we're a fighter, we still gotta wear our crosses, okay?
I ain't gonna lie, that little outfit was really cute with them blue boxing gloves on the back of it. She couldn't have done no better.
It was beautiful. I loved it. But her thing behind it, I disagree with. She said she put the boxing gloves on there because gypsies love to fight. No, gypsies don't love to fight. I mean, if it's a sport, that's one thing. But gypsies aren't out there like, hey, here, bing, bang, boom. No, there has to be a legitimate, pretty major reason
For
for
a fight.
a fight to happen. So the outfit was beautiful. I just don't agree with the gypsy loves fighting statement that she made because that is not true. That is so far from the truth.
And while making cupcakes, she's saying stirring with a fork is bad luck. I've not heard that. Not with a fork.
I'm not even gonna lie. I've always heard that.
With a fork?
From my granny. My granny used to say that. You're not really supposed to stir it up. Do I pay that mind? No. I don't. I used to. I used to think all those superstitious things were real, just like my granny. But over the years and the way my relationships got with God, I don't look at them kind of things anymore. To me, I almost feel like it's a curse, and it's like you're going to go by the rules of a curse. No, I'm going to break them chains right here. I don't believe in that mess no more. You know, the relationship with me and my kid's father, it's one thing is it's bad enough when you're having problems in your marriage,
And on TV.
but
And it to be on TV.
to be on national television and having problems is a bit different. And one thing I've never done, not to this day, is bashed him as a person, whether it's my kid's dad or not. Our marriage didn't work, and I don't owe all these people in the world that I don't even know any explanations, but to get through it while we were filming, there was some days that I would show up and have this happy face on, but really there was things going on at home. So to try and juggle your home life, I know what they mean when they say, if you're working a job, when you get here, leave your personal life at the door. When you come to work, show up to work. Don't bring your home life. I used to really not deeply know what that meant, but I found out very quickly what that meant. But yeah, our marriage was on the rocks. The cameras were in our face. Some days was harder than the others, but
Well, when you're going through that and you're having to do a show, it makes it that much more worse. It's
I
hard.
I just kept telling myself every day I woke up, just remain positive, do what I need to do, just be me and be real. The rest will handle itself, and it did, and that's what I done.
Did your kids watch the show at the time? I don't recall them watching it, did they?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. More than half of my kids has not watched no more of this than if it wasn't for the podcast, I wouldn't even know all the things I know up to this point as far as the show goes.
Yeah, I don't think I would either, because I don't watch it until now. Well, let's talk about the birthday party, Kayla. There were so many different animals. Hey, that parrot was pretty freaking awesome, though. I did like the parrot.
I loved the parrot, but I loved the horse. I didn't think I was gonna ride the horse, but I did, and when I got on, I didn't even wanna get off. I wanted to just take all the country roads of West Virginia on that horse.
Well, Nettie said that the petting zoo was mainly for Mellie and not baby Richard. I believe that because we've been on like the vacation stuff that we've done on the show, and Mellie's ran out of the buses and off the stuff to go chase animals down. Mellie's always been a big animal person. She'll run bears, if she could get monkey, any kind of animal she sees, she's going after it.
Yeah. Well, one time I remember being in Gatlinburg, and I think it was actually we were filming. We were here with the filming crew, but the cameras weren't on. We were coming out of Gatlinburg into Pigeon Forge, and there was a moose in the road.
Got off the thing and ran.
The cops were all out there because they were like navigating the traffic. And whenever these animals come out, they want everybody to stop respectfully. But you're not allowed to get out of the car. Mellie jumped out of the car. She didn't open the door. She jumped out the window.
RV wasn't it?
No, she jumped out of a vehicle. We weren't filming. We were filming, but we weren't filming. We were all coming in to Pigeon Forge to film. We was in
down here in an RV.
a car or a truck. Yeah, but with the other vehicles. No, she jumped out of the passenger window. And the person that was out there that was trying to keep this animal safe was telling her, no, you got to get back in the car. You got to get back in the car now. She was like, no, let me get a picture with it. She's lucky she didn't get locked up because you're not allowed around these animals when they run wild like that. You're not even allowed out of the vehicle. So, on the flip side of Richard's first birthday and him having this petting zoo and everything,
It's her Chevy's birthday too.
it was, of course, they done the birthday parties together for the kids, but it was Mellie's idea to do the petting zoo. But anyways, to wrap the birthday party up, I never thought in a million years that Nettie's daughter would show up irate. So irate, she was being disrespectful to the producers, shoving stuff around, slamming doors, just going crazy. She was on a whole different level of, you want to talk about a hothead.
There better not be no fight at my kid's birthday. Nenny and Dallas need to shut the hell up.
Well, it's her grandson.
This is my grandkid too.
No.
Yeah, it is.
No, that's your nephew.
Well, he's actually like grandkid.
Oh, well, I don't give a one came out my with
Hey,
shame.
you chill the out now, roll it.
Watching that, it actually took me back to that very day that we was filming, because just as shocked as I was watching this, I was more shocked when it happened smack dead in front of us at the party. It was
I
kid's
remember
birthday.
it like it was yesterday.
Why? Like, why? I don't
And
know.
her own kid's birthday at the same time. Like it was her kid's birthday and Mellie's kid's birthday.
But how do you go from irate and that mad to shoving producers, slamming doors, straight to going in and sitting down and bedazzling out?
It wasn't nothing that I wasn't used to though, because that's how some of them are. Like,
oh no, I'm very used to it too.
I mean, it wasn't that I was uncomfortable being there. I would have rather
no.
left. I'd rather get up and go home than to be around it.
Oh, when there's problems, why sit around that? Yes, I wanted to get up and leave too. I thought, you know what? This party's over. Party's over right now.
Well, guess what? Thank God one of the chickens got loose.
I know. And put a big distraction out there.
And on this episode, Mellie's being good while Nettie's daughter was acting crazy.
It's just the luck of the draw. They take turns on what days I guess they're going to cut up. But that was all back in their much younger days. And overall, I don't know of them lashing out like that anymore. Not like they used to. They're a lot more grown and quiet, I'll say, about it. You don't really hear too much about them anymore. At least I don't.
I don't either. I don't really get on. I don't follow none of them, so I really don't know. So what did you think about this episode overall?
This episode, I enjoyed it. Nettie and I were getting along the best.
It was a little emotional.
Yeah, well, I was saying, as far as this episode, as far as me and Nettie, our relationship was at its best, while me and my kids' fathers was at its worst. So, if we are going to have our own problems, I'm glad it wasn't at the time that I was going through that, because honestly, I talked to Nettie a lot about my marriage, and she was there for me in that way, and I'm glad she was. So, yes, this was a roller coaster ride. Nettie and I were great, but my marriage wasn't. So, isn't that just kind of how it always seems to work? Like, well, you got something over here that's working out perfect, but as good as it is over here, is as bad as things is getting on the other side. And it's like, okay, where do I find that medium spot that they tell you to find and live by? Because that's hard. It's hard to do that sometimes.
I agree.
Well, guys, be sure to come back next time when we discuss season 3, episode 5, A Marriage Unraveling, when my kid's father and I meet up for the first time in weeks.
And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below, and send in all your burning questions. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.